Just a quick reminder about the cover test. It still seems to be a concept that people are having a little challenge with, which I understand. So a question passes the cover test if you can cover up the answers, not the images, but the answers, and an expert who knows absolutely everything about the subject would still be able to get the answer correctly. So a failure of a cover test is when you cover up the answers and an expert can't get it right. And pretty much any question which has as a lead in which of the following is true or which of the following is correct, or even worse, which of the following is false, is going to fail a cover test. So if you see that lead in, you know by definition it's failed and that question has to be rewritten. It can't be accepted. We do not accept any questions that fail the cover test. One of the other problems with these is the answers tend to be very heterogeneous. So one of the answers might be asking about anatomy, one might be asking about physiology, one might be asking about technique, one might be talking about some of the statistics, for example. And so really what these are effectively is a series of true-false answers. If you want to know more about this, I'm happy to share more, but really just the important thing is to know these can't be accepted. So here's an example of a cover test failure. Concerning calcium scoring, which of the following statements is true? Well, there's no way that you can answer that. If you know everything about coronary calcium scoring, you can't answer that. And if you look at the answers that were given here, you can see that these are, as I said, very heterogeneous. So, option A is talking about this technique. Answer B is talking about what it's really looking at. Answer 3 is more physiology. Answer D is about the scoring. So we need to try and reduce this down and effectively rewrite it. And that's the problem with these questions, is that effectively they have to be completely rewritten. So the best way to do this is to take one of the topics that are currently in the answer and focus on that. So for calcium scoring, perhaps we might be talking about, what does it effectively measure, or how do you interpret the score, or what's the technique used? So we only ask about one of these. And you can actually take a cover test failure question and often turn it into 3 or 4 separate questions if you feel like putting that effort into it and just rewriting one and then adding 3 new questions, or 1 or 2 more questions to the data bank. That's pretty much all I've got to say. Thanks for your work with this.